they pull out some sort of cheese strat or whatever that only works once because it catches you off guard, and you're like, I would have loved to play you guys again just so we can take that strategy out of play and just beat you in a normal game, but you don't get the second chance. So it's very scary for every team in the lower bracket. Now, of course, the team that does lose this will still have the opportunity. They will still be able to pick their opponent. But
very true.
But no matter who you pick,
at that point,
there could always be something. Every team in the lower bracket, if they're smart, will prepare some sort of a little, not necessarily a completely different strategy, but at least a little bit of a twist that the other team isn't used to. Whether it be a surprise pick or surprise laning or, those are, I guess, generally the two main things you could tweak very easily. And you really want to avoid that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at a tournament like TI, it doesn't matter if your opponent, you got to choose and they were the last in their groups and they didn't have a strong showing. A best of one, really, anyone could take it, right? It's not like you go in and you're like, oh, well, you get to play best of one against 5 Chobras. That's pretty easy peasy, no matter what they bring. We get to win. It's not that kind of situation. They made it into TI5. They are given that much respect. Everyone's here. We've been looking at these player stories. Everyone's here super hungry to say TI is why everything matters. This is where Dota 2 really matters. This is where everyone gets to strut their stuff, so to speak. So that is a pretty scary proposition. Of course, neither team wanting to move down there. At the same time, I mean, do you think there's some level of a personal pride thing here, being from the same region and wanting to say, well, we moved out of the groups as a stronger one from the CIS region? Do you think that's coming into play at a personal level between these two teams?
Yeah, I think that definitely, there's definitely a thing, when you're competing against your fellow team from the same region, you definitely want to feel, you come into TI, you want to prove that we are actually the best from our region. So I think it's going to feel the match with both of the teams trying to prove that they're actually the best team from the CIS region.
These guys are really young too, so I could see him thinking like that too. There's a lot of pride probably with him. Aloha Dance is 17. I can't believe it. He's a baby.
You know what? They're probably going to prove I'm actually the better Rubik Lil.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's definitely something.
Gyrocopters as well. Illidan plays a good one. Silence known to play a good one.
It's like the national championship, and then the winner goes to they both go to the international. But
the winner gets $200,000.
Yeah, and they get a second chance. They get to play more games on that international stage. No matter, the more we talk about it, the more angles we're going to find on why this matters actually so much more for both the teams. These teams, you can see them. I mean, I don't think anyone can kind of let their guard down. Both teams look pretty nervous and very focused at the same time. It's not anymore about how tired you might be or, how scared you might be, even if you are. It's not coming into play right now. Both teams just reviewing. Last minute, of course, you don't want to make any silly mistakes when